the problems scream and the solutions whisper, which is that there's problems almost call for attention. You can't ignore the shootings. You can't ignore, certain types of malfeasance or corruption or scandal. But the responses are very quiet. They happen in the background, and oftentimes, journalists are a little bit reluctant to write about them because it's like they think, oh, I'm going to be called an advocate if I write about a response and I say, here's something interesting for you to look at because it's actually making progress against poverty or against, high school dropouts or some issue. And that's the impetus behind a lot of investigative journalism, is really let people know, where the corruption is, where a problem is. This hospital has a very high infection rate, this school has a very high dropout rate, where these things are happening so that they can be fixed. Solution journalism just kind of extends that and says society will become better when you show it where it's going wrong and how it can get better. And those stories, the story of how things can get better, is a whole category of reporting on where people are trying to solve problems and getting some result, and then trying to understand how they're able to get a different result. And the whole reason why, I started this with Courtney Martin and Tina Rosenberg, the reason why this kind of network grew with a whole bunch of journalists talking about it is because so much more of the news focuses on telling people about the problems than about exploring how the problems are being responded to. And it's not really faithful to reality. It's kind of like a hall of mirrors rather than an actual mirror. So, but the idea is that there's a lot of research that shows that when you incorporate information about the responses with the problems, people pay more attention, they lean in, they're more likely to share it, they spend more time on the page reading these articles. We have done 3 studies now. Well, we haven't done them, but the University of Texas has done them. And so the metrics are actually quite favorable for the kinds of things that news companies need in order to be able to bring back some revenues.